This morning, new documents detailing what deputies say they saw moments after a driver lost control of his car, hitting 4 students and killing 2 as they waited for their bus stop last week. The charges that driver could now be facing and the key piece of evidence investigators are now waiting on.
Plus, another close call at a local drawbridge. We're looking at a new report about this frightening incident.
And skies are dry this morning, but we will see the chance of rain returning to the area. We'll talk more about when.
It's a new day. This is CBS 12 News This Morning.
And this morning, we're at the risk for fire danger yet again. Good morning, everyone. I'm Ashley Glass.
And I'm Matt Lincoln. Take a look at this map. You can see Palm Beach County is in the red. That means that the fire danger is very high right now. Most of the state is in yellow, which means that the fire risk is moderate.
Yeah, let's check with meteorologist Lauren Oleski now. Many factors contributing to the fire risk today, Lauren.
That's right. It's dry. It's very windy. We've got a lot of fuel at the ground, which means a lot of twigs and branches. That's what we call fire fuel. It's the dry season, so it's not uncommon to deal with very low rain chances out there. High fire threat for most of the area, but again, Palm Beach County is under that very high risk. That's a 4 on a scale from 1 through 5. So we're going to have to keep a close eye on that as we move through the rest of the day. It smelled a little smoky when I made my way out the door this morning. You might notice some of that as you're making your way, as you're making your drive this morning too. A strong south wind, so if a fire starts, it will spread very easily. Right now, our speeds are near 10 to 15 miles per hour. The highest wind gust we've seen so far today has been 32 miles per hour in West Palm Beach. We've had a 31 mile per hour gust though in Vero. Dry conditions outside because of that drought. Most of our area is under the dry category. Moderate drought, though, for inland Palm Beach County, out near Lake Okeechobee, out near the county of Okeechobee as well. So the rain that we're going to see today and the higher rain chances that we'll see through the weekend will be very beneficial to the area. Matt, Ashley?
All right, Lauren, thank you. Let's take a look at our roads here. Our on-time traffic. Drive time from Palm City to Jupiter is 24 minutes. All green, no slowdowns. Meanwhile, our traffic tracker right now on West Palm Beach, in West Palm Beach on southbound I-95. All clear there as well. Well, it is 6:01 now, and this morning we are learning the man accused of hitting 4 students at a bus stop is being investigated for DUI manslaughter. Investigators say he lost control and hit the students while they were waiting for the school bus in Royal Palm Beach last week. This morning, a memorial is growing for the 2 students, Chand Wazir and Tiana Johnson, who were killed in the crash. Right now, we know the other 2 students are recovering. And CBS 12's Kara Duffy live from that memorial site along Crestwood Boulevard and Cypress Lakes Drive. Kara, a lot in this search warrant to unpack. What are the big takeaways here?
Yeah, Matt, the newly obtained search warrant now giving us a clearer picture as to what exactly unfolded here at this intersection last week, especially when it comes to the behavior of the driver just moments after the crash. Now, according to the new court documents here, minutes after he rolled his car, the man was appeared to be disoriented, lethargic. His pupils were constricted, and it says that he had a hard time keeping his eyes open. Inside the car and in a backpack, deputies also found dozens of pills, many of which wouldn't interfere with the person's ability to drive, but there were some pills that investigators haven't identified yet. Right now, authorities waiting for a crucial piece of evidence in this case. We're talking about the results of a toxicology report. The driver did agree to have his blood drawn here at the scene. We talked to a personal injury lawyer who specializes in crashes just like this one. Here's what she had to say about the takeaway from these new documents.
The fact that he submitted to a toxicology report means we should probably wait for those results to pass judgment on whether or not he was under the influence. He's already guilty of committing these horrible acts of killing these children and injuring others. The motive behind that, the why behind that, we don't know. It could be because he was under the influence, and the toxicology report would certainly lend more certainty and credibility.
Defense attorneys who deal with the county lab tell us it's not uncommon to wait weeks, even months, to get those toxicology results back. And depending on what they reveal, the driver potentially facing DUI manslaughter charges. Ultimately, though, Matt, Ashley, it'll be up to the state attorney's office to decide if the driver will be charged.
All right, Kara, 6:03, and since that deadly crash, neighbors we spoke to in the area, they're asking something be done to slow down speeding traffic near the bus stop. Some are asking a traffic light be installed along Crestwood Boulevard. The speed limit there is 40 miles an hour, but neighbors say drivers often go more than 60 miles an hour on that street. Right now, a traffic study is underway to see if a light is needed. And the Palm Beach County School District permanently relocated that bus stop to a road that's not as busy. So for more on the exact location, more on the story that so many parents are paying attention to, you can visit our website now, cbs12.com.
6:04 this morning, CBS 12 News continuing to look into the safety of drawbridges in our area.
We've learned about several close calls in recent years. The latest tragedy when a 79-year-old woman fell to her death from the Royal Park Bridge in West Palm Beach.
Yeah, investigators say the bridge tender Artishua Palk failed to check the bridge for cars and people before lifting it. Palk has been fired from her job and faces criminal charges. Her supervisor has also been fired, but is still not facing any charges right now. And Sam Kerrigan at the live desk following a story that's a concern for many in our area.
Yeah, Sam, you are learning of yet another close call in our area. What do you see?
Yeah, well, Matt and Ashley, this time it is in Boynton Beach on the Woolbright Road drawbridge. That's where an incident report says an elderly woman was walking across the bridge in 2019 when the tender raised it. I want you to take a look here at these chilling words. She could have killed her. That's what one bystander wrote to Palm Beach County officials after she saw the close call happen on the Woolbright Bridge that day. In a series of documents obtained by CBS 12 News, other witnesses say they were shocked when the bridge was raised almost completely upright with a woman still on the walkway. Boynton Beach police say the woman slid down the bridge as it opened and thankfully did not get hurt. But in an email to the county, an upset bystander wrote that she and another concerned citizen went to the bridge house to confront the tender after watching that close call. But she says the tender acted like nothing happened and didn't even apologize. She also wrote that most of the shades were drawn in the bridge house and wonders whether the operator could even see the roadway. Now, it's not clear whether the bridge tender who works for Palm Beach County was ever investigated or faced any disciplinary action. We reached out to the county for answers, but we have not yet heard back. Matt.
All right, Sam, thank you. 6:06 this morning, we are learning the penalty phase for Parkland shooter Nicholas Cruz could take up to 6 months. Right now, both sides still disagree on whether the jury should be taken to the crime scene to see it in person. Jurors will decide if Cruz gets the death penalty or life in prison and make their recommendation to the judge. Cruz pleaded guilty last year to 17 counts of murder and 17 counts of attempted murder. Jury selection is expected to begin on Monday.
6:06 this morning, we're learning the attorney representing Brian Laundrie's parents asked a judge to dismiss a civil lawsuit by Gabby Petito's parents. Petito's parents claim the Laundries knew that their son killed her when the couple went on a cross-country road trip and that they were working to help get him out of the country. The Laundries' attorney called the lawsuit baseless and frivolous. In a statement, he says this: the Laundries have exercised their constitutional right to refrain from speaking and have relied on counsel to speak for them. The attorney for the Petito family has yet to comment.
Now to a live look at the White House, where the Biden administration just launched a new COVID-19 website full of resources for Americans. The website, called covid.gov, is a one-stop shop where you can find information about vaccines, tests, treatments, and masks. It also features a new test to treat locator tool to help people access more than 2,000 locations that offer COVID-19 tests and antiviral pills. Right now, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says the 7-day average of new COVID hospitalizations nationwide is at its lowest level.
And we want to take a live look from the Port of Miami, where there's some relief for those looking to get on a cruise. CDC just dropped its risk assessment for cruises. New data shows COVID infections related to cruise ships continue to fall, but that doesn't mean there's no longer a risk. You might remember Governor DeSantis went against the CDC, saying it overstepped its authority by creating guidance for cruise ships. People are still urged to get vaccinated before cruising.
All right, 6:08 now. A deal made for the people that lost their homes in the Surfside condo collapse. Coming up next, how much money they're getting and where that money's coming from.
And a dangerous storm moving across the nation. Ahead, the new video coming in of the damage left behind from tornadoes that ripped through several states.